Hey everybody, it's Becca at So Darn Twisted, as I'm sure you know by now, but I'm going to tell you every time anyway. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made some steampunk stickers just using address labels and some really basic supplies. I posted them in one of my groups yesterday because I was making them for my own steampunk journal, and lots of people loved them, and I said I can make a tutorial, and here we are making a tutorial. So I'll talk you through the supplies that you're going to need first. Basic address labels. I'm wearing gloves, by the way, because this is really messy and it's just, yeah, I'll forget to put them on if I don't do it before. So yeah, squeaky. Does it make you nervous? Little yeah. So yeah, basic address labels. You can use any size labels you want, but you know, you can pick these up for, you know, a ridiculously cheap amount, and you've got hundreds of them. So yeah, you're going to need those. You're going to need a kind of a brown ink, like a sepia colour. You don't want anything that's really dark because it will stop the texture showing. So you want something that's just kind of a mid, you know, like you just use for going around the edges of vintage stuff, just to sort of age it a little bit. So you're going to want that. You're going to want some stamps, variety of stamps, of, you know, anything that you feel like will work for what you want to do, and a range of stamping blocks. Then you'll also need some black ink and some metallic bronze ink. If you don't have it, you can use acrylic paint, because we are going to be using acrylic paint as well. So you can use the bronze acrylic paint, but just remember that you'll have to leave that to completely dry, and not to put it on anything flexible, because it's quite, you need quite a density of it, and obviously it turns to plastic, it can crack. So, you know, that's why it's better to only use acrylic for the little bit. So yeah, I've got a really dark brown acrylic here. I don't know if you can see kind of, but you'll see in a minute anyway. A brush, one of the soft makeup foundation brushes that you're going to be using, and then I've taken a mini dauber and I've just kind of chipped into it with scissors. So literally all you're doing, if I just get a pair of scissors, is you're just going into it and just kind of nicking little bits, you know, and just sort of just making it so that it's raggedy. If you don't want to use a dauber, or you don't have one, you can use a bit of dish sponge. Just tear off a piece of dish sponge and it'll do the same, but you only need a small piece. Something to do the work on so it doesn't mess up your work surface. So yeah, and as I say, if you haven't got the bronze ink, you can just use that, but I'm not going to need that one today. So this is very quick and very easy, thankfully, because it's Sunday. So quick and easy tutorials on a Sunday, I am all about that. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer so that you can see better what I'm doing here. Let's just put that over there. Okay, so we're just going to get a bit of that on here, and then we're just going to blend it. You don't want it to be thick. And it is better to put the base layer down. The first ones I didn't put the base layer down, and the white was still too apparent. So really all you're doing here is killing off the whites. You know, you're not trying to achieve anything other than that. So I'm just going to go ahead and black that over these. I probably don't even need any more steampunk stickers, so these might end up finding their way into some Happy Mail. But that said, I suppose it never hurts to have some laying around, does it? Unless you want them in some Happy Mail, you know. Right, okay, so that's just killed off that white. Stage one done. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now the next stage is to get your dauber for this one. Okay, I'm just going to use a mini one, doesn't matter what size you use, and all you're doing here is just kind of dabbing it around. You don't want to cover everything, because you're making this look like kind of, you know, burnished metal, so you don't want it to look like brand new, you know, bronze metal kind of thing. So we're just kind of getting in there and giving it a little kind of speckly dab. If you're using a bigger dauber, just hit it from the side rather than just straight down kind of thing, and that should give you the same effect. So that's what you're looking for. So you see, you can still see patches through it. You haven't got complete coverage. So you're just going to repeat that. Excuse me, I've got a really froggy throat again this morning. I don't know why it is, I really don't. But yeah, apparently I have an amphibian that's decided to take up residence in my vocal cords recently. Which, you know, well, better than nothing. Okay, so you see again. So let's get those ones in. Okay, there we go. So that's that. That's stage 2. See, you go through this so quickly. Okay. So now for the last stage of the base, get your brown acrylic. Yes, I have the paint tray of shame. I am so aware of that right now. Now you need a tiny amount of this. Then get your little dauber and just, you want to basically take the majority of it off again. So just kind of, once it starts looking like that instead of that, that's when it's ready to use. And then what you're going to do is just kind of go around the edges a bit and just kind of smoosh it around, dab it, swipe it. You know, you want it to look really irregular and, you know, dirty really. So just keep swiping, keep dabbing, put down varying levels of pressure, you know, to do it, so that you get sort of harder pieces with then like softer swipes going through it, you know, and that kind of thing. And then around the middle, just kind of randomly dab a bit. Okay, so now what you have should look a bit like that. It's looking a bit uniform over there, so I'll just push a bit more around there. Okay, so that's kind of what you're looking for there. So I'm probably not going to do all of these because this bit's just a bit of a nuisance. So I'll just do one more. Obviously, the beauty of this is that you can do them in bulk and then just keep them in your stash, or, you know, if you wanted to do it as like a vintage thing instead, you could just use like gold rather than bronze and just softly burnish around the edges, rather than, you know, making it look so kind of grubby and industrial. But I will give that a try before I start my next vintage journal. So I'll let you get on, let you know how I get on even. I'll let you get on with it. Yeah, let you know how I get on with it. All right, okay, so as you can see, the beauty of it is that no two look the same. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that at those two. Let's get that out of the way. And literally that's it, they're nearly done. And I know it looks like it should be so much more time consuming and difficult than that, doesn't it? But no, that's it, literally. Okay, so let's get ourselves some stamps and our black ink that I've just put over there because I am silly. So we're just going to get a good bit of ink on that and then just randomly, and there you go, there it is. So I'll use the same and do the opposite end of that stamp. I'll put it on sideways. Okay, alright, that's that one done. Get it out of the way. This one's just like a really nice kind of textured one, so I'm just gonna freehand a little bit of that one. Just get like a strip inked up, and then I'm just gonna throw that down on there. Lovely, bit of texture on the go. Let's get a number or two, shall we? A number or two. Oh, I make myself laugh, I really do. I don't make many other people laugh, but I make me laugh, and that's all that counts. Alright, so let's throw in that one. Let's have a... I don't know where I find the number 6 very pleasing. Okay, so I'm going to throw that up in there. Yeah, get rid of them. Done with that now. What have we got here? We've got some label kind of ones. Beauty of this is that you don't have to be lining things up or be very precise or anything at all, really. You just kind of slap it down wherever you feel like, and lo and behold. So there we go, that's how that's looking. Let's throw one more thing on that one. So this one here has just got a really nice kind of shape there, so I'm just going to steal that bit and just ink that bit up, and then I'm gonna, oh, it's come away from my stamp pad. I'm just gonna chuck that down the length of there. There we go, very nice. Okay, very nice. And let's have a little bit of, that one's just got this really cool kind of splodge on the end of it there. So I want that splodge to just fill in this little gap there. That's cool. A bit more of it on there, I think. Yeah. All right then. And then a bit of that end, and I'll pop that on there. Now obviously the beauty of it is as well, you can use bigger stamps and just stamp in sections. So what I do when I make my little circle stickers is I get like a big, you know, like a text block, and just whack it down, and I can do sort of like 15 of the little round stickers all at the same time. But I told you this was a really quick tutorial, didn't I? So there you go. That is how I made my steampunk stickers. So you can put, I did some where I put words, you know, I put, used the smaller, I keep pointing and forgetting that I'm zoomed in, using the smaller letters, you know, and I was, you know, putting like compass and engine, and, you know, but obviously depending on what theme you're going for, you can just use words that are related. You can also leave it at that point here without going with the darker edge, put some words on there, and then just use your black ink around the edges before you actually put it on to the thing, and that would work as well. So let me just let me do something really quickly just to show you. What have we got here? So I'm just going to randomly yeah, I know that this isn't particularly steampunk, although you could argue that the whole telescope thing makes it kind of relevant. oh no, I left one of my stamps in the stamp pad. So yeah, this isn't going to be neat at all, but if I was to do that and then take my black ink and just put that around the edge at the end, you would get a very similar kind of faded out middle part. So yeah, dead easy for things like that. And on that note, I'm done and I am out of here. I have a relaxing to do today. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how quick and easy it is and effective to make them. So I hope you're all having a fabulous weekend. I'll catch you all on the flip side, and happy crafting.